So guys, you got it? Any Google class? Huh? No. Okay. So in the last session, okay, yesterday we started, okay, some information about the versions as well as types of software editions and the which edition we are using and how many editions are available here. And later how to downloading and download process we discuss, and later installation process also we taken out. Okay, na? And now we will see after installing your Oracle software in your computers. So internally, what it was happen, the how many types of components will be installed in your system. Okay, what are those, and what kind of role and responsibility of those things. Okay, now this all we will be discuss first of all. Okay, because this is a common point when you are going to learning Oracle for anywhere. This is a common things we should learn it. Okay, now right. And below text siding. Taking side here, working with working with Oracle. Okay, right. So what we happen and what it was happening here, carefully observe. So once we install guys here, so once we installed Oracle software, so there are two components. There are two components are installed in system. The what kind of components it was installed in the system means the first component is called as a client. Okay, the second component is called as what now? Server. So client component and server component, these are the two components internally it will be installed here along with your software. Okay, now we will see what the client and server will do, and I already said to you, okay, from Oracle 5.0 version onwards, your Oracle will working on client server architectures. Yes or no? So now the client, what are the clients here we have, and servers. So these two things we will be discuss here. Now take siding client component. So what client component will do? Okay. So by using of this client component, okay, whenever user want to interacting to your servers, your database servers, so we should require some client tool. So the client tool, with the help of client tool, what I can do means first I need to connect because yesterday I show you, if it was going to be open your SQL plus client tool, if you open here, what it was asking to us, username and password. So it is not like that anybody can directly access. Okay, it was asking your user ID and password. So that is one thing. Okay, now that is one thing we should go to required here. Okay, now, and the next one is called as what now? First, we need to establish connection successfully, first of all, with your user ID and password. And after that, once connectivity successfully happened, okay, to your Oracle server, then we need to send our request. So user has to send our request. My request is in the form of a query format. Okay. In databases, remember one thing. If you want to send any user request to database servers, the request, it may be in which format it will be? Query format. So like insert query, update query, delete query, select query, alter, rename, truncate, drop. So everything we are sending in the format of what now? Okay, query format we are going to be sending. Okay, now. So other than query format, we can't send our request to any other formats to your database servers. Okay, now. So now that is the first second thing. Third one, what we want to do. So once we are sending the request to your server, definitely we all of you know the server can be take and process and sending response. And whatever the response we are getting from Oracle server or database server, the response receiving purpose also, that means getting purpose also, we need what now? Client tools. Okay, so these are the three actions or activities or operations we can perform with the client tool. Okay, now write on here, by using client, okay, by using client tool, so we can perform the following, we can perform the following operations. The following operations are, so what kind of operations we can perform here? My first operation, that's called as step number 1. First we need to connect. So okay, we need to connect to Oracle database server. This is the first request. And step number 2, what we want to do now, okay, so we can send a request. Okay, and request is nothing but here, what is my request here? Query request. Okay, we can send request to Oracle database server. Database server, this is second one. And step number 3, what is the step number 3 here? Okay, we can get, or we will get response. We will get here response from Oracle database server. So this is another one. So taking here response now and sending requests, getting response from your server. So these are the 3 activities we can do it now. And if anybody asks you what is the client tools are there, means we are using different types of client tools here, like SQL Plus is one of the client tool. Next one we have here, okay, SQL Developer is one more client tool you can use. And we have one more like Toad is one more client tool. Okay, like we are using now PLSQL Developer. So this is one more client tool. So different client tools we are going to be using guys here to connecting to your server. For example, can you tell me your client tool how it will be similar means? For example, in Java, when we want to write some program in Java, okay, programming language, by using of that, we need to write some Java programs. Okay, how you can write? What we are using to write your programs? IDs. So what is ID word? Eclipse, MyEclipse, NetBeans, yes or no? And even though we are using what now? Notepad also. So these are, can I use for ID? Yes or no? Okay, can I say it is the editors? Yes or no? Editors are we are using for writing some programs. Yes or no? So for example, C people are writing, okay, C programs under which editor? Turbo C. C++ people, Turbo C++. Like your Java people are using these things. .NET people are using Visual Studio .NET. So like this, in any programming language, when you want to write some programs, okay, we need some editor support. So how that editor IDE, what we called, same as in database also, when we want to send a request, get a response. Okay, these kind of communication between user and databases, how it was going to be happen means, I want to use some editors or tools, or we can say IDE. So your different types of IDE we can use. But don't ask me, okay, the question, so which IDE we are using, sir? Okay, as your wish, you can use any one of this. Okay, na? So in real time also, as per their flexibility, compatibility, their user friendliness, they're using different tools and different IDs. Yes or no? And we can't say everyone should use SQL Plus or everyone should use a developer, everyone use a Toad. I can't say like this. So based on their compatibility, okay, na, they're using what now? Any one ID or tool. But everything will be going to using only for the 3 things I can do: connectivity process and sending requests, getting responses. Okay, na? Right. But in this, the very toughest tool is called as what now? SQL Plus. It was very tough tool. So why, sir, are you saying SQL Plus is a very toughest tool? Means SQL Plus is completely CUI application, character user interfaces. So that means character user interface applications, everything should be performed by writing of some code, writing of some program. Yes or no? So, but you don't have like a drag and drop. Okay, some graphical user interfaces are not there here. So graphical user interfaces advantage is what now? You have some icons. Okay, for example, you need to create a table. The table icon will be there. The just a drag and drop table is created. Yes or no? So like when you want to writing some code, inbuilt code will come to you. Can you find out? In your IntelliSense box, when you are writing your query or code in Java also, you have that kind of facilities. In your IntelliSense box, when you're writing a program, some method means all methods are coming to you. Anybody identify? Huh? Identify? No sound. As of now, you are not writing any program in Java. Then, so IntelliSense boxes are there. In your IntelliSense boxes, it was having some built-in code. Suppose you need to write some method name. Suppose get. If you enter G, your enter get method will come to show it here. Okay, na? So that is what we call as a IntelliSense boxes are there. In .NET also, when they are writing the code inbuilt method names, interfaces names, class names, key names, everything will be inbuilt. You're just going to copy paste. Okay, na? So, but SQL Plus is not like that. It's a purely CUI. There is no chance to have a GUI facilities. But GUI facilities are having under SQL Developer Third. So in this, we have a GUI. GUI means graphical user interfaces. Okay, na? So that kind of facilities are there here. That kind of facilities are there here. So, but SQL Plus is it's same like a notepad. It's same like a notepad. So notepad is a CUI or GUI? CUI. So same like that SQL Plus. Okay, na? And once you have to practice in this, then you can get some coding skills. Okay, because SQL Plus, there is a no chance like that inbuilt code already there. Otherwise, I want to copy paste my code. Otherwise, some icons are there. I can drag and drop. Okay, these kind of facilities are not available here. Whatever you want to do, okay, either a program or query, whatever you want to do, everything should be do by using what now? Coding. Like we are writing queries in SQL, we are writing coding in PLSQL. Understand na? So everything should be in the coding manner. So there is no GUI facility. So in this, we are going to learn. Okay, I am also using in my classes SQL Plus only. Okay, I'm not using these things because these things are very easy, guys. Okay, you don't want to do anything. Automatic built-in code is there that will be copy paste. That's it. So copy paste is not good for you at initial stages. Yes or no? So first, because of reason, you need to attend interviews. So you need some coding knowledge. Okay, if now we are going to be everything is a copy paste now. So what happened? The coding skills will not improve. And in that way, so many students, they will be lacking in the interviews. Yes or no? So initially don't depend. So after you enter into the company, once your job is confirmed, you are enter into, okay, company, 6 months, 1 year after, automatically you can understand that GUI, how to use. Understand? Na? But up to there, you have to, depends on yourself, you need to write a code. Either a small task or a big task. Okay, so that kind of challenges we have in this SQL Plus. And I am also using SQL Plus. And yesterday, whatever I was installed software, that is also SQL Plus software only. Okay, it's a completely plain text format and everything will be like a notepad. That's it. Okay, now we don't have it. So, but any tool can be used in real time. Okay, na? So your editor will be different, but concept, query, logic, syntax, everything will be same. Understand na? Right. So this is what now client component responsibility, what we will be doing. The next one is called as what now? Server. So what server can do now? Okay, what server can do? This component purpose is what? So in server side component, what it was happen? Again, this component is having two more sub components are there. Okay, now. So what we said, this component is having two more sub components. Two more sub components are, so what are those? Okay, first one we called as here. Okay, instance component, and second one is called as here. Second one is called as here database. Okay, so these are the two components which comes under server location in server side. So server, again, it was having two more subcomponents here. One is the instance and one is a database. Now we will see what is instance and this subcomponent, where it will be used and how it was working, and server for what reasons it will be maintained this instance subcomponent. Same as what is database memory allocations, how it was happening, from where it was allocating memory for this database subcomponent, and how this component will be useful. Understand now? So now carefully observe. Instance is called as here. Okay, in this subcomponent or this subcomponent memory, first of all, it was allocating by the system from your RAM location. Okay, na? So that means this subcomponent memory allocations are happening from RAM. Now tell me, RAM is a temporary memory or permanent memory? It is a temporary memory. So that means whatever I'm going to store under instance memory, the data will not a permanent. The data is called as what? Temporary memory. Okay, so that's why this is called as a temporary memory also we called. But sir, why are you maintain temporary memories? Okay, why your database server will maintain temporary memory? For example, suppose nowadays are you doing some online transactions? Yes or no? Online transactions are you doing now? Suppose if you go to ATM machine, okay, ATM machine, if you go to ATM machine and to perform some transaction through that, okay, especially withdraw transactions, okay, we are doing now. So when you want to withdraw some amount from your ATM application, okay, can it is like that? Can I insert my ATM card and money will come immediately? No, there is some procedure is there. Yes or no? Insert ATM card. Next, select your language. Next, select your banking option. Next, select your withdraw option. Later, you want to enter what now? Some withdraw option. After enter some amount, then it was asking your saving account, current account. So you can give saving or current option. After that was enter PIN number. Yes or no? These all almost 5 to 6 operations we are performing. But now tell me. So whatever first, second, third, up to 4 or 5 transactions we perform. Okay, na? But finally, one option will be there. This is called as a decision making option we called. Okay, decision making means what now? Here it was saying what now? Yes or no. So this options are everywhere in real-time applications. If you do any transaction from any application, not only ATM banking sectors, phone pay, transferring amount, otherwise nowadays we are booking tickets, IRCTC, movie tickets, booking, so many apps we are using. In every app, once you have to do some transaction, there is a step 1, step 2, step 3. Minimum it will be 3 steps it will be there. Okay, 3 or 4 or 5 as per their requirement. Yes or no? But final step, what it was tell us? Confirmation. That means whether the user should be give confirm to my request, whether yes or no. Yes or no? Same as if you go to ATM machine also, after doing 5 to 6 options, 5 to 6 steps after completed, final option what it was come to you? Yes or no option. Now tell me, if I was click on yes, then what happened? My transaction, what it was happened? Success or failure? Your transaction success. So that means unless the user has to choose any one out of these two options, the remaining whatever the 5 transactions you perform, 5 operations, whatever you perform, these are 5 operational data internally where it was here under instance memories. That means 1 to 5 steps, these are not still confirmed by user. Those are temporarily you performed here. The temporary operational information will be storing under instance memory. Okay, na? But when you are all this 6 or 5 operations, whatever you perform, when these all will be confirmed by your database server means when user has to give a confirmation. So when I say yes, then what happened? These all are confirmed now. Then it is confirmed means your request result will go to where it is? Database. The result, final output will go to where it is? Database. That's why database, why? It is a permanent storage. That means your transaction success, the successful message will be stored. Your transaction will be fail. The failing message will be stored. Understand? Na? But up to there, these all operations where it will be here? Instance memory. That's why this temporary memory is required for database server. Okay. So now, after you click on yes, you click on yes, up to, that means user has to confirm yes or no. Then previous, this all transactions and operations will be storing under instance memory. Okay, and when you say yes, then what happened? That operational result, that means a confirmation. User is saying my transaction successfully completed. Amount is released. Okay, that after what is your balance amount in your account, that is final result. That will be storing under where it is here? Database. Understand? Na? It is a database. So that's why this temporary memory will be useful. Suppose, okay, sir. Now I click on here, no. For example, careful, focus here, not here. Huh? Important here. Uska काम वो करेगा, आपका काम आप करो. Huh? Your responsibility is what? No, student. Come and listen in this. Okay. So who are coming, who are going? It's a waste of time here. Your time is waste. Their works, they happily coming and doing and they leave out. Your work, your focus is what now? On your subject. You're all behave like a child, LKG, UKG student. Okay, yeah, observe. What I'm saying here, your focus will be subject, not other activities. Okay, right. So now, instance memory, what I said, temporary. Okay, for example, if I'm giving some more clarity, observe, who are not understanding. Okay, suppose one ex-customer is there. In his ex-customer, his account is 10,000 rupees was there here. Clear? This ex-customer want to take some amount from his account. Okay, he will go to ATM machine. ATM machine. ATM machine, he will be performing which transaction? Withdraw transaction he want to perform. Withdraw transaction purpose, he will do some activities here. What is that? First one, insert ATM card. Second one, select language. Third one, select a banking option. Fourth one, click on withdraw option. Fifth one, enter your money. So enter your money. Okay, I was enter money. How much here? Suppose 3,000. Next, sixth one, current or saving account. Seventh one, enter your PIN number. Eighth one, final option. What it was say? Yes or no. Understand na? So he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many operations he did? 7 operations. So what I'm telling, these 7 operations, okay, the data, where it was? instance memory. Your 10,000, it is a balance. This balance where it was in database. Okay, na? So this 7 operational information is there under temporary memory first of all. Your database is keeping under temporary. When that information will be sending to database when he was confirmed. Okay. Suppose he was clicked on no option, for example. Are you doing this all operations? Finally, you click on no. What happened? Your transaction success or cancel? Cancel. Your transaction cancel means that means what happened? Your 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 cancel. And whatever the data was there under which memory? That is also destroyed. What is your balance in your database? Still you have a 10,000. Understand my point now? That is instance memory use. Suppose, okay sir, I performed this 7, but now this time I was selected yes. Yes means what now? These all transactions will be committed. So after committed, your withdraw amount how much what? 3,000. The 3,000 after withdraw, what is your balance? The result 7,000 sending into database. Now in database, your account salary or account balance will be updated. Got it? So these are the two things, instance and database now. Okay, write down here. This component, this subcomponent memory is allocating by system from where it is here? From RAM. Okay, and what do you say? It is a temporary memory. It is a temporary memory. Okay, na? Now, and whatever the data will stored here, the data also temporary storage. Okay, so data can be stored in which manner? Temporary manner, temporarily. Data can be stored temporarily. Okay, this is instance. What about the database now? Okay, the second subcomponent is called as a database. So database, what I am saying here, this subcomponent memory allocating from, where are you? From where it is? From your hard disk. Okay, na? Hard disk it was allocated. So hard disk memory, is it a temporary or permanent? It is a permanent memory. So it is what now? Not a temporary, it is a permanent. It is a permanent memory. Data can be stored temporary or permanently? Permanent. It is storing permanently. So these are instance and database, the differences, and why these two memories are maintained by database server internally. Means that this is the reason behind. Understand all of you? Yes or no? So no sound here. 2 p.m. batch. That's why don't eat heavy food. Don't take heavy food in lunchtime. Mood out. Laziness will come to you. So many people are having habit. After lunch, I want to sleep 1 hour, 2 hours. Afternoon habits are there. Come out here. So now this client and server, okay, architecture, how internally these two will be working together, observe. So now whatever I was explained here, carefully observe. This is what now here, client and server. So user, and what I'm saying here, this user want to communicate with your server, compulsory we should require some client tools. And there are so many client tools are there in real time. You can use any type of client tool here. So SQL Plus, Toad, Developer, PLSQL, SQL Navigators, so many are there. So first I'm using, for example, we are using in our classes SQL Plus client tool. With the help of this client tool, what I want to do, my first task is what now? I need to connect. This is my first task. Connect to whom here? Database server. Here connectivity purpose, can you see yesterday I was given some username and password. What is the username? System. Password? Tiger. So now the default username, you need to give it here system. And what is your password here? Tiger. So with the help of these user credentials, you will be connect first of all. That is your step number 1. Then after that, you have a step number 2. What is my step number 2? Send my request to server. Okay, sending request. Yeah, request means what I said, query. Now, for example, are you sending one query request here? Insert into so-and-so table. Okay, I'm sending some data. 1 comma A. I'm sending. But what it was happening in Oracle, especially in Oracle, okay, every newly inserted data, whatever we are inserting new data into my databases, every newly inserted data, first of all, it will go to where it is here, instance memory. In instance memory, it will be saved 1 comma A. In this memory, it will be saved. And instance memory, we already said to you, it is a temporary storage, and this memory allocating from RAM location. Okay, now careful observe. Once your data was there in the instance memory location, at this point of time, if user will come and disconnect your Oracle application. Here, first of all, here what I am doing here, I am connecting. Okay, now then sending request. My request is insert query request. But every inserting data, where it will go? Instance memory. Exactly your data still it was there in the instance memory. At this point of time, user suddenly or user thereafter work is completed, they was disconnected. For example, when he was disconnecting from server, okay, what it was happened? This data will be there or not there? Not there. This data will also destroyed. That means user was disconnecting from your Oracle connection. Then whatever the data are you saved in temporary memory location, the data also destroyed. Okay, so that's what I want to do to overcome this. Okay, without disconnecting, first what I want to do, this temporary storage of data, I need to move into database memory, second subcomponent. So database memory, I need to move. But how this data can be moving from instance to database means here one command I need to write, guys. And the command is called as what now? Commit. Which command I'm using? Commit. Commit means your transaction successfully done. That is called a yes button. In your ATM application, which button? Yes button. So once you committed, then what happened? This instance memory data will be transferred into your hard disk memory 1 comma A. Now tell me, where is my data now? In database. Database is a temporary or permanent? Permanent. Now your data permanent storage or temporary storage? Permanent storage. So permanent storage. After data successfully we transferred to database memory, exactly at this point of time, now you have to go. What you want to do? Disconnect now. Okay, I can disconnect. But after disconnected, your data loser? No. Why, sir? Because your data already reached to your permanent location. Already transferred. Yes or no? So at this moment, you can disconnect. Your data will not lose. Your data happily it was there in the database. Understand? So this is what instance working nature, database working. These two components are having under server side. Database server location, it will be maintained these two internally. Understand? So now this is going to happen. Now see practically I'm showing now. Practical I am showing whether it is yes or no, sir. Go to open what first step? My open to client. My client is what? SQL plus is my client tool. After open, what is this? Asking username. What is your username? System. Password is what? Tiger. So successfully connected. Step 1 is over. Step number 2. What I am doing here, I already said to you in the early classes. In relational databases, object relational databases, data can be stored in which format? Tabular format. So first what I want to do, create one sample table, test number 44. Okay, some serial number, data type, some name. I'm taking here varchar 2 of some size. These are all I will discuss. Okay, don't worry. These are all we are discussing under SQL topics. Okay, now a sample I'm telling now. So create table, table successfully created. After created, now what I'm doing? Inserting. Insert into which table? Test number 44. Sending values. 1 comma, the name is Smith. I'm sending now. Okay, row was created. After that, let me come out and call your table test number 44. Now see, data is there here. Yes, but whatever the data was showing here, this data is not showing from database memory, showing from instance memory. Why, sir? Why? Because, yes, good. Why? Because still we are not committed. I am just inserting, but you are inserting data temporarily storing into instance memory by database server. Why? Because this user, he was not confirmed that whether this data is a permanent store or otherwise a temporary. So he was not confirmed that. That's why user confirmation, up to user confirmation, your database will be, that means your database server will maintain your data under instance memories. Understand now? So now it was there, and this data, whatever it was showing us on your application, this is coming from instance memory. Okay, fine. Exactly at this point of time, what I'm doing here, I'm just closing my Oracle application. I close it now. Okay. After closing, again you have to go and open your SQL Plus and come back here. What is your database username? System. Password? Tiger. Again I was connected, and after connected, let me come out and see whether your table was there or not there. You can see in my tab list, so many tables are there, but the test number 44. Now you can check it out. Where is your test number 44? Because of reason, these are all some predefined tables also having here. So all are mixed here. User defined tables, predefined tables, all are mixing. That's why these many tables are showing us. Test number 44. Yes, in non in DEPT columns help. Did you find out? Huh? Test 1, test 150, test number 44. Okay, now you can see your test number 44 is there or not there? There, table is there, table object is there. But let me see, in this table object, If I'm calling this object now test number 44, do you have a data? Have a data or no? What is your guessing? No. Now see what's happened. Data is not there. Why, sir? Because the data was there in a instance memory and you are disconnected without a commitment. So without commitment, once I disconnected, my storage data, whatever it was there in the instance memory, that is also destroyed. Okay. And now see, now the next what I'm doing here, I'm inserting same thing, test number 44, and sending values. Okay, serial number 1 and some name I was given Alan. Okay, I executed. Now where is your data now? Instance memory. Now what I want to do, I'm giving commit. Commit is also one command. In future we are discussing. So commit. Commit means now your data from where to where? From instance memory to database memory. Okay. After commitment, then I can call my table data. Test number 44, I just call it. Data is there? Yes. And now I just go to disconnect. So again, I'm disconnecting here and come back to your SQL Plus and to check it out here, what it was happened. Your data was there or not there? Can you check? So system, and what is your password? Tiger. So again, I just call it now, select a star from, what is my table number? Test number 44. Now data is there? Yes, your data was there. What is your data here? 1 comma LN. So why it was there in this? Because your what you did a commitment. So once you committed, what it was happening here, your data moving from instance to database. Understand now? So these are the two memories, how it will be using your databases. Clear? Below write down, take this structure, that diagram right now. Take this diagram. Last people, this diagram is okay for you? Is it visible? Last people? No, huh? Now we can check. Now also no, huh? Yes, huh? Okay. और if you बोलेगा तो no means कुछ नहीं होगा, यही maximum है, huh? And take above citing client server architecture, then below take this diagram. Okay, completed. Okay, right. So these are what now the client and the server architectures internal diagram here. Okay, right. So now let me come out. So after this two and taking off the communication in between a client and a server, what next we have to do now? Now we need to work on. Okay, now here upstairs. Take some note point here. So when we want to work on Oracle database, work on Oracle database. Okay, database. There are two steps procedure we should follow. There are two steps procedure. There are two steps procedure to follow. So what are the two steps procedures means? Step number one, first of all, what now? Connectivity. Okay. Second one is called as what now? Step number two, communication. Second one is what now? Communication. So these are the two steps procedure we need to follow. Okay, connectivity and communication. So what is connect and what is communication? Connectivity purpose what we required and communication purpose what we required. Okay, na? So now step one we need to take it out. So in this connectivity, okay, so what I said here, when we want to connect to Oracle database server, okay, then we required or then we need, okay, a client or a database. We need a database tool. A database tool is called as, so I'm using which tool? SQL Plus. Is called as what now? SQL Plus. So now you required one client tool. It may be SQL Plus, Toad or SQL Developer, anyone, but I'm using SQL Plus, so I'm taking here SQL Plus. Okay, now this is connectivity purpose. Step number two. What is the step number two? Communication. So communication purpose, what we required after connected means, now tell me, if I want to communicate with you, how I can communicate? Now I'm talking to you. What is required? Language. So when the two objects communicate to each other, then they required one language. So here also, when user successfully connecting to server, your database server, then later I need to communicate. Then user has to communicate. So communication purpose, we required one language. Okay, na? So that language we called as what now? SQL. So when we want to communicate with Oracle database, okay, then we need a communication language. Then we need a communication language is called as, what is language? SQL. Now your connectivity communication means what, sir? For example, you need to understand what is the main difference in this. Now here, let me come. Stop and see here. Assume guys here, you and your friend is there. Okay, na? Suppose you are working in Hyderabad, your friend is working in Mumbai, for example. Okay. Now you need to communicate to your friend. How to communicate nowadays? We are using mobiles. So suppose you have a mobile, your friend number, okay, so everything you have it here. Then you calling to your friend, okay na, calling to your friend, but at my first attempt your friend is not lift the call. Your friend didn't lift your call, so he was not lift. Your not lift means your call is connected or not connected. Call is not connected. When call is not connected, is it possible to communicate? No. Understand my point now? So call is not connected. Okay. After 5 minutes, again you tried to call your friend. So you're calling your friend. Second time. Second time your friend lift the call. When your friend lift the call, can you see in your mobile screen, on the top of the screen, you can see connected. Anybody out there? One message will be displaying. What is that? Connected. It was displayed. So connected. So that means connection between you and your friend, connection was established successful. Yes or no? The first task is complete. What is my second task? Communication now I want to start. Now second task, communication started. Communication started means these two people should know one language. That language, how they know, both of them know it commonly. Yes or no? So suppose you are a Telugu person. Your friend is a Hindi person. Your friend doesn't know Telugu. You doesn't know Hindi. If you're sending some Telugu word, your friend saying, Kya bol raha hai? Your friend is saying that. Your friend something is sending here. Enti evantunnav? He was telling in Telugu. So what happened? The between two people communication will be happening or not happen? Not happen, because there are two different language people. Understand now? So the miscommunicate is happening. He was telling something he didn't understand. He was telling something he didn't understand. The communication will not going to perfectly. Yes or no? So that means what happened here? When the two people want to communicate to each other with proper and perfectly, then the both users should know same language. Yes or no? That's called a common language or whatever it is. Okay. So then finally they're using what now? Some English language. So X person know, Y person know, the language is started. Hi, how are you? What are you doing? He is also responding. So communication is going on. So it means when I want to communicate with my friend, first I need to connect first. For connecting purpose, I'm using one device that is called a mobile. Can I say mobile is a device? Yes. So I need one device is mobile. Mobile devices through I'm connecting to my friend number. After that, I'm using one language. Okay, now step 1, step 2. Okay, how a person want to communicate to other person by using of mobile and some language combination, same to same. Okay, here this is users. This is database servers. This is database server. So these two people, okay, first user want to communicate to this. First this user, he need to call. Call means connectivity. So first he need to connect. For connecting purpose, here we are using mobile. Here I want to use what now? One tool. What is my tool? Database tool. What is my database client tool? SQL Plus. SQL Plus. Okay, na? Next, okay, successfully we connected. After connected, this user can start communication. After successfully connected, can you start communication? Yes. So he want to communicate to my database. What is required here? Language is required. And here the problem is what now? Databases can understand only SQL language. Point understand? If user sending his request in C language format, Database cannot understand. If user sending C++ request, not understanding. Java request, not understanding. .NET request, not understanding. And Python request, not understanding. Okay. So your database can understand only one and only one language. That is what? SQL. Whenever user sending the request in the form of SQL format, then only database can understand. So that means database will knows only one language. Which language? SQL. Okay. So that SQL only it will understand. Other than SQL, if any other language, if you give it, it doesn't understand, it doesn't respond to you. Okay, na? So now this is the language they want to require. But SQL already knows database. Database knows very well SQL. But who doesn't know? User doesn't know. So who want to learn? User want to learn. That's why you all people came to this class. Now understand? Na? Why you are came to this class? Understand? Na? For what purpose? Communication purpose. With whom? Not Sudhakar sir. With the database. Communication purpose you came. With whom? Database purpose. But database will know only one language. So database go, we can't change it. Who will go to learn? Users want to learn. So that's why you came here. Okay. After learning this SQL, then you are communicating to database. If without knowledge of SQL, user cannot communicate. Concept now, perfectly understanding now? Slowly. Understanding what we are doing now? Yes or no? So now you want it here what now? SQL knowledge. Okay. So because you want to communicate to database. So that's why you want to learn. Database want to not learning. मेरे को क्या है? मैं learn नहीं करूँगा सर. Database को करने दो. कैसे करेगा? Database already knows everything. Who doesn't know? We are doesn't know. Yes or no? So that's why we need to communicate to that. This is our responsibility, our need to communicating with the database. So whose need? Users need. Then who want to learn? Users want to learn. Understand concept na? So these are the two steps process will follow. Okay. So what I'm saying finally, when we want to work on Oracle database, then we are two steps procedures are there. One is connectivity, communication. Connectivity purpose we required a tool is called as a SQL plus. Communication purpose we required a language that is called as a SQL. Now somebody asking, some students or somebody in interview panel, sir, what is the differences between SQL plus and SQL? Now tell me, some students are asking, okay, this question, so many demo classes, some people are asking. Now tell me, SQL plus SQL, same or different? Now after this explanation, what you understand? Both are same, both are different. Both are different. SQL plus is a tool, it's a software. SQL is a language. So software language both are same or never? Okay, na? So how we can say NetBeans, Eclipse, MyEclipse, these are what? IDE, tools. Okay, na? But Java is what? Language. So how this communicating to using this tool, same as SQL plus support with the language support. Okay, we are working on databases. Now write down some few points here. First point, SQL plus. It is a database tool. It is a database tool. So which was introduced by? So who was introduced SQL plus? Oracle Corporation people. Oracle Corporation. Next, SQL. What do you say? It is a database language. It is a database language which was which was introduced by any expectation? So who will introduce the SQL? IBM. Who was introduced here? IBM. Okay, this is first point. Second point, SQL Plus is used to what purpose? To connect. To what I'm going connecting? To what I'm going to connecting? Oracle database server. Oracle database server. Second one, SQL language is used for what? Communicate purpose. Used communicate with whom? With a database. Communication purpose. Next one, third point. SQL Plus will act as an editor. It will act as an editor for editors we are using for what? For what, guys? Writing, okay, and executing. Writing and executing SQL queries, and also PLSQL programs. Okay, here two things we are learning: SQL and PLSQL learning. So it will act as an editor for writing and executing SQL queries and also PLSQL programs. SQL. It is having the following 5 sub-languages. The following 5 sub-languages are, so these languages shortcut I'm giving, but in the next class I will explain to you each and everything. So those are called as what now? DDL, DML, DQL or DRL, next TCL, okay, and DCL. Okay, data definition language, data manipulation language, okay, and data query or retrieval language, transaction control language, data control language. Understand now? So these are, and these language commands for what purpose I'm using? Okay, these languages are used to perform operations over database. Perform operations over database. Okay, now completed. So these are the main differences of these two guys here. If anybody asks you, okay, you have to tell them. Okay, now. So now already SQL Plus installation we already done, and how to connectivity that I'm showing now. Step 1 I'm showing first how to connectivity here, and at the time of connectivity what kind of problems and the problem solutions. Okay, that all I will show you. Then after that we started what now? Communication. In this communication level we will be go to start our main practicals. Okay, so that means from tomorrow onwards your practicals also started. Okay, so the tomorrow communication language, if I have a time, I started SQL communication language. Understand now? All of you clear? Yes. 1 second, guys. What do you think? No? Writing? No, huh? 1 second. Google Class? I mean Gmail accounts. Go to your accounts. Check karo yaar. Your Gmail account, open and go to one icon here. Okay, there. Click on that. You get any link on this? Here it will be there. Oracle 2 p.m. Link is there. Check it out. Core Java full stack showing. Or anybody? You also. So you're not having this Oracle 2 p.m. This link is not there. Not there means they are not sending. Okay, right. Okay, fine. Maybe tomorrow we are expected today. Admin also not attending this class. He was absent, I think. So he's on leave. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we will go for that. Okay. Right. But I'm going to uploading your notes. Don't worry. Okay. Right, guys. So once again, myself also I want to check. Is there anybody's no, still not there. Okay. Okay, guys. We are expecting tomorrow. Okay, na? Right. So we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, guys. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Actually, the admin was not attend today, so he was on leave today. So that's why I can't share anything. And he will sharing your record.